And we are live. Welcome to The Process. It is Wednesday, June 22nd. I am Josh Engleman here from Stokastic.com so we can break down today's MLB contest, tomorrow's PGA contest, reevaluate yesterday's MLB stuff. It's going to be a good show. We got a lot to talk about here. So before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter. You can see my name underneath myself. At Josh Engleman is the place you're going to find me. And then give a shout out to PrizePicks, presenting sponsor of this show. Could not be happier to have them as a sponsor. I think it's a great site. We have free player prop tools on the site that'll help you out. You can use the promo code Awesemo when you sign up. Get a 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. You're not worried about sharks, optimizers. You're worried about player props, and you're taking overs and unders with no juice. So you can pay attention. You can use our odd shopper program to see if there's any lines that have major juice on one side. You'll get it at even. If you're playing at PrizePicks, you can find value just by paying attention to where the lines are at books. That will be helpful. But again, we have tons of tools helping you out for PrizePicks, tons of video content on our YouTube channel helping you out with PrizePicks. Great sponsor. Use that promo code Awesemo. So we can start in a couple different spots. I actually didn't think about it until right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up lineup study for yesterday. So we could actually take a look at yesterday. Oh, maybe we won't be taking a look at yesterday's contest. Micro four-seamer has not been pulled yet, so we are not going to be able to look at lineup study. That's okay. I've got the results for yesterday up on the screen right now, so you can see the roto tracker. Up $1.50 in the solo shot, down $17 in the micro four-seamer. So wasn't a profitable day, but I wouldn't exactly say that it was a bad day. And here's why. We're going to hop over to the graph section, finish position, and as you can see, loaded up into the top 10% of both of those contests. We had 10 lineups show up in the top 10%, drop down a little bit here to the top 20, but still, that is the sort of slope we're looking for. Aggressive at the top, down to the bottom, not a lot going on over here. If we take it into the 5% buckets to get a slightly better idea, we had 3 lineups get into the top 5%, 7 into the top, 6 to 10, basically. And if you really just want to see the actual breakdown, here's where it starts to get interesting. We had a 1% lineup, a 2% lineup. We had one in the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we did get 2 lineups into the top 2%. Can't ask for too much more. If we hop over to the contest tab here and look at entries, you can see where those lineups were. We had a 173 score get into the solo shot. I don't know what that is or how I did that. No, I don't want to look up the dictionary or the definition of solo. I'm pretty sure I could figure that out. So we got to 74th in the solo shot with a 173. We got to 196, which is just shy of that top 1%, with that second best lineup in the micro four-seamer. If we hop back over, and we're going to look at some golf contests in a second, but if we hop over here to DraftKings, we could take a look and see if we would have had that 173 in the micro four-seamer, we would have actually finished in that top 1%. We would have finished right here, 129th, and it would have been worth $20. But, what are you going to do? No big deal. This was the lineup that we had in the micro four-seamer. We had Cease and Perez. Didn't even know that I had Perez shares, so this one just sort of worked out. We got 38 out of Gorman, which was great. Let's see if there was any stacking here. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, St. Louis. Okay, so a double St. Louis, Mets, Houston, Minnesota, Boston. So just double St. Louis, no other stack to be found. Lindor being the goose egg here. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. If we want to hop back over, and we can take a look quickly at what the lineup that finished 173, or finished with 173. Let's see, where's that hiding? There it is. It's always good to take a look at results. So 173, this got to 74th in the solo shot. 2 completely different pitchers. We had Zach Gallen and Sean Manaea. Manaea was totally fine. We got the Gorman one again. Bobby Witt was my highest exposed player yesterday. I had like 20 something percent. So for him to hit 2 dongs, getting 39 fantasy points, very helpful. Looks like Torkelson was the big loser here, but Adley wasn't great. Torkelson was bad. Riley had his chances. I watched that game. 12-10 Giants Braves for Austin Riley to only have 7 fantasy points in a game where the Braves put up 10 runs. That's a bit of a bad beat. And then Morel did absolutely nothing, which honestly, 5 fantasy points when you only have 1 run probably isn't the worst outcome in the world. But that was the best lineup that we had here. Not much else to say. I'm generally happy with the results from yesterday. I can't complain about having that many lineups in the top 10 and 20%. So we're going to move on to the next day, and that's going to be a quick look at baseball and then a look at the PGA contest for tomorrow. So I've pulled up every contest that I thought was valid that had a 10K prize pool or higher. There's so many more contests below that 10K point that until I get that scraper done, it's not going to be worth me manually entering most of them. And, I still kind of want to win a little bit more. The only exception is I did add back in the micro mini max. It's the 1 cent 150 max. If you've ever been interested in max entering before and you don't really have the bankroll for it, just take a shot here. It costs you $1.50 to max enter this contest. If you don't have $1.50 to be able to 150 max this contest today, you should not be watching the show and you should not be playing DFS. The $1.50 should be the spot where you want to take your shot. It's an okay prize pool, but if you just want to practice doing 150, that's the spot to do it. Now, like the micro mini max, the $1.50, so 150 to get in, that's an actual good tournament, but the difference between $1.50 and $150 is quite large. So we know that the relay throw and the knuckleball are going to be the top contest. We know this already, and they still are. But if we're paying attention, the micro mini max today, $1, 150 to get in. That is the best contest as far as I'm concerned that we can actually get ourselves in. What did I enter here to make the rake be total entries in the power 8? Why is this telling me that the rake is 51%? What did I do wrong here? Power alley. Let's figure this out because the rake is clearly not positive 51 here. What did I enter incorrectly for the power alley in baseball today? Sometimes I'm just not bright and type the wrong things into different cells. So it's 267 person play. Where is it at? That should be 267. Is that what that's saying? 8 entries. There we go. Now the rake's correct. All right, we're good. We're back in. Power alley, terrible contest. Should have noticed that immediately, but didn't. Not important. I want to get in the micro mini max. 36.5 times your buy-in for a 1% lineup. I think this contest looks great. We are going to put entering baseball contests on hold for today. I'll explain in a little bit. If I didn't want to do the micro mini max, see, that's the tough balance. Do I want to go $50 higher than I've been going, go up to 100 just because of this micro setup? Probably. I think I do. I can also go into the 4-seamer, do 20 lineups here. I don't see a huge difference between these two contests. The micro mini max pays out 43% of its entire prize pool to the top 1%. The 4-seamer pays out 42%. These are basically the exact same contest. You're just outlaying a little bit different money. After that, it is a bit of a drop off. I would probably be going to the base hit. I could just put another 150 in the micro mini max to test it out. But we're going to end up in one of these two. The reason that I don't know what I'm going to do is I don't know if I'm going to be around to play baseball tonight. I'm not on the deeper dive or live before lock, and I don't want to register and find out that I can't play. So I'm going to play this one by ear for the rest of the night. It's possible that I register in the late afternoon, but I might have to leave the house and go pick somebody. I got to go pick my mom up, honestly. And if I have to do that, I'm not going to be able to play this MLB slate. So don't know. Hopefully we can review it tomorrow and that I played. If I am playing, I'm either playing a little bit more and getting into the micro mini max, or I'm going to play a little bit, or I'm going to play basically normally, play the 4-seamer, play the base hit, and maybe max the micro. I mean, I will max the micro mini max just because I'll be generating the lineups anyway. But it's not like that's a very telling sign. I just want to see how bad I can smack that tournament around too. What we do want to talk about, though, and things that I can register for, are the PGA contests for this week. We've got the Travelers, minus Brooks Koepka at this point, who is taking the bag and running to Saudi Arabia. So what we're going to do now is take a look at some of these contests. And I think the best place to start, we'll just check off the 3 contests that are very clearly the best. And these are not normal contests for everybody. It's $1,300 to max the club twirl. It's the best payout structure to me, but probably the most difficult contest in DFS for PGA. There's only 1,000 entries. When you max it, you get 3% of the entire field. You are going to be going up against very, very difficult competition. That is no different than the up and down, which is basically the twice as big club twirl from a buy-in perspective. Same field size, same entries, twice as expensive to get into, but for all intents and purposes, these are 2 very similar contests. Or you're taking your shot at the big payout, the $1 million pitch and putt. It's $1 million prize pool. 60% of that prize pool goes out to the top 1% of the field. So you got to be in the top 600 to hit any of that. 58,800 entries. You 150 max it for $3,000. Probably the best. Like, it, not even probably. Like, that's the life changer, so to speak. It should, like, I don't want to say that it's soft because that wouldn't be the right way to say it, because $3,000 to max it is still going to cut things down, but you're only getting 0.25% of the entries when you 150 max. So you're live here. You're live here. If I was going to play one of these contests and like I had the money to do it, I would probably be entering the pitch and putt first. Then I would go to the club twirl. Then I would go to the up and down. But we're not going to be entering any of those because things are a little bit different around these places. We're not entering $3,000 worth of contests on the process. What I do want to look at, though, are the micro birdie, the micro drive the green, the micro mini max, and the micro short game. Let's get the micro short game out of the way right now. So these are all the micro contests that are being run by DraftKings for this week. The micro short game looks awful. I have very little interest in entering that unless I have to add up more dollars. But I don't really feel like they're doing anything of value by creating this contest and slapping the micro name on it. 29 times your buy-in is whatever. There are much better contests to get into. It costs you $20 to max it. I would rather just simply play one entry into the dog leg and take my chances. It's just going to be a better contest. Micro birdie, on the other hand, I think looks great. $3 to get in, 31,000 entries. Should be relatively soft. There's going to be a lot of pros in it for sure because the total prize pool is $80K, but 20 max contest, it's only costing you $60 to get in. And the payout structure, to me, looks great, as does the micro drive to green. Now, that's going to be outside of our wheelhouse for this one because it's $750 to max, but this is the contest you want to get in if you can't get into that pitch and putt. $5 to get in, $750 to max, $150 max, or 83,000 entries. So good luck there, but just an absolutely great payout structure. Golf in general, just going to be better off because it's the once a week mentality. If you don't have the $750, up in the 50-cent micro mini max, 95,000 entries, but it's a 150 max. We're talking 40K prize pool, $18 on your 50 cents. That's 35 times your buy-in. That's the one that I would want to get into. If we do, what I really should do is an entry into the dog leg and then 150 into the micro mini max. Part of me really wants to get into the micro birdie for 60. And if I do that, then I'm probably going to do like the micro birdie, the dog leg, and 3 into the hybrid. And I don't really have a great feel of what I want to do. I kind of just want to play 150 lineups though. So while the birdie does pay out slightly more, I just want more bites at the apple for golf this week. I don't play enough golf, so I really want to start generating more lineups. I'm going to play the micro mini max for 75, and then I'm going to put one single bullet into the $33 dog leg. It's $108. We're a little bit heavier than we want to be, but I can handle that extra $8 for golf because it's not a daily contest. So that's 108 to enter, 36.6 times your buy-in for your average 1% entry. That's where we're going to be for golf this week. Stay away from the $33 dog leg that is 1/3 the size of the field. Look at the difference here. This is the key piece. You can enter the smaller dog leg, which you're clearly going to turn over more frequently. But when you get in this one, you get less percentage of the entries, and you get 36% of the prize pool going to the top 1% instead of 48%. You get 27 times your buy-in for being a top 1% entry instead of 40. It's a no-brainer for me. I want to get in the bigger version of the dog leg. I'll win it less frequently, but when I do, it'll pay me off in a better manner. So it's dog leg, it's micro mini max. Let's get ourselves registered for that. And then we're going to pack it in. Strategy show for me. So you'll get my breakdown for baseball this morning with Adam. Otherwise, I think it's Adam. Could just as easily be Eric. I legitimately don't know. We're going to need to go all the way up to 50. Travelers, Classic. Let's find our contest here. $33 dog leg, 60K. Boom. We'll put our placeholder in. Yeah, got to make sure we don't put Bruce. We got to make sure we don't put Brooks Koepka in. Bruce Koepka should stick around now. Let's see. Placeholder lineup is... Let's see. What do we got? 8,200 left. Co-crack in. There's 33. Bulk enter. And we're going to get into the micro mini max. Bingo. Wow, 59,000 entries in there. If you guys are trying to get into this contest, make sure you do it soon because this is filling pretty quickly. But we put our 150 in. No, we don't. Why is this not allowing me to do that? Why is it not allowing me to enter any of these? Just going to go back to the main screen and redo it. You guys are probably looking at the screen like, yo, you're not doing this right. You're a moron. My bad. Micro mini max, enter. Create new lineup. I don't care who's in this lineup. Enter. Bulk enter. I have no idea why that just happened, but there we go. We're in. 74.50 in. Contest entered. We are in for golf for this weekend. Fingers crossed for that. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you guys want to see. If you have any more questions about golf or baseball moving forward, feel free to hit me up. Once I get home, I should be heading home on Saturday. For next week, we can really start digging in a little bit more in the mornings. A little bit harder when I'm just here at my parents' place. But that's it for the process. Another one in the books. Thank you guys for joining me. Hit that like button one last time. Subscribe, notification bell. Follow me on Twitter. And then please, guys, sign up at PrizePicks using that promo code Awesemo. Who doesn't like free money? Back again tomorrow looking at MLB and UFC. We out. Peace.